welcome to the stream to Thorn in the World, Ep.2, where our heroes journey into the mouth that feeds in order to slay this Hydra hag. Will they be successful? Time will tell. Will their journey ends here? That will also be told probably soon. In any case, thank you for participating and joining us in this stream and to the players for playing. Who would like to handle this week's recap? And in this mode, we will only be handing out maximum inspiration. 3 points, because you're going to need it.
I'd be more than happy.
All right, yes, sir. Go ahead and get us in the mood for tonight. Ready to spill the blood and to refresh what's occurred last time. Thank you.
Alrighty, so for all those in our wonderful stream that weren't here on the last episode of Thorn in the World, the Elemental Army, an unaffiliated group devised to the protection of Elda Earth, was convening at the foot of the current Elementar. Representatives from every city, state, walks of life, and beings under the beautiful world that has been woven were converging to discuss but one thing: a mouther, a being that should be imprisoned within the mouth that feeds, an interdimensional jail come tower of infinite floors, wherein the evil of the world, incepted at the moment of betrayal of the world's primary god, Alpha Zion, to hold those responsible for the betrayal, unable to be destroyed, but able to be brought to justice, with sentences serving appropriate to their crime. One such mouther, a seven-headed hag by the name of the Seven Sisters, has contravened this ancient law, able to escape from her sentence, from her shackles, but a mere several days after her confinement. Such a thing is thought to be impossible, but that is what the Elemental Army is here to overcome, what the current party, the Expedition Army, is to overcome. Discussing with the once original Sin, Sourjin, about the nature of this law, the Mouther turned once more Elementar, consulted with the assembled hosts. They've devised a way for the parties to know once one of such many expedition teams trekking down this horrible place has dispatched of the Seven Sisters. Although they might not ever return, they will know if they are successful. Of this team, one such team is a group of 5, led by a mysterious artificer, for all artificers, by the name of OD. His comrades, a paladin of the Earth Rune, tasked with closing rifts about the world and a very strong connection to his family. A bard of spirits, one who chronicles Mouthers and their weaknesses, their defeats, so that others may learn from them. A sorcerer of light who has responded to the call, despite her nature not being one to stand to valor, and only see what can be gained from it for her people, for this world. And last but not least, a warrior wielding a blood blade of the Dark Rune, searching for the last speck of the Light Rune, perhaps found within the grips of darkness. After confirming and converging with other foray teams, a particular one led by Daisho Damon and his crew, they set foot into the void, the precipice of the void. While many did not, after learning of the truth that sought to turn tail back into the world that they knew and not into the horrors, a stirring speech by Sildor brought many back into the fold, and the party found their ways into the breach. Shortly thereafter, into this miasmic and chaotic world, they found themselves accosted, ambushed by a level 3 Mouther, the Body Snatcher Vine. Finding themselves fighting back to back with another detachment led by Lord Cersatus, they fought with that level 3 Mouther and its minions, but found a cruel trick embedded within the Mouther's name. When Cersatus seemed to have struck the final blow within the Melter and made him its new host, and the party had to devise quick ways to cut it down. Despite the blood glaive, the gravity well, the light of casting, and the change of sin, it seemed to fight strong until Sildor was able to extract the being, Cercidas from the being, weakening it just enough for the final blow to be met upon it with Mozart's mighty blade. The party now has parted ways with Cercidas but reconvened with Daisho Daemon, heading now to, fittingly, a world of lava upon the back of his great fire salamander.
Well said. Well said. Worthy of 3 inspiration.
Thank you. I definitely stalled a few there, but I was able to cover it up. But great job, session, everyone. Hopefully we stay alive for this one.
Here's to hoping.
You did great, man. But last we left off with Darklings, and now there's a mix of them rolling over the hills and down onto the battlefields of this massive, just blackened, scorched earth with red veins, probably from the mouth that feeds or just the volcano in general. That appears to be the mouth that feeds in this moment, as it is preparing for its own defense, as though the structure itself is alive, or perhaps someone inside is controlling its defensive functions. In any case, as we get to the battlefield, we see that Palm summons a few of her Mouthers to aid you. Not a moments later, as the Darklings and Mouthers begin converging onto all of you, a flash of light spews throughout the entire battlefield, radiating from miles. You see Palm quickly summon her Mouthers back into her crown, and you see the entire battlefield get wiped. And as you guys roll up on Palm, stand there, she just goes, "Shit." And some of you may know what that light was. Others, maybe the first time you've seen it. It rolled over each of you as well, and you felt freedom, sanctuary. You felt relief. Of course, because this place is magically inducing some type of fear, horror. But just as soon as the light came, it's gone. And Damien would say to you, Mother Nature's light. Once upon a time, she could only strike it once. Now she can do it thrice. We should be favored that she is on our side. And Palm looks to the rest of you, and I'm going to move you to the map soon. She tells you, look alive. The enemy is reforming quickly. And you can see Darklings are, some survived, and others are just reorganizing and reforming quickly. Let's move to the battlefield now. Our fate will be decided. Get there, just confirm you've got vision. You guys should be right over here.
I can see.
I can fight! Heck yeah.
You see Palm, and then there's just about 4 platoons worth of soldiers. And of course, they're just like you, they're all rune warriors. That's why it's the elemental army. Palm looks at you all and says, we gotta get inside as fast as possible. They're never gonna give up. We're gonna have to station some of our army outside to hold off their advance. She looks around and goes, I need a squad. Whoever thinks they're strong enough, elite enough, to go down to the blood pools and advance upon the tower itself. Every moment we waste fighting the Darklings is a moment that the hag gets deeper into the depths of the mouth that feeds. There's no doubt she knows we're coming by now.
Oh, I'm fucking ready!
The blood pool? You made that up.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like lava, but it also looks like boiling blood. And it's neither. So, I guess I just pulled the name out my ass. It's red, it's dangerous, it's hot. That's all you really need to know.
Oh dear.
Onwards then. Our objective lies on the other side. Dasho, will you be accompanying us?
He looks at the palm. Yeah, I don't need you. I will keep the platoons though. Just so I'm not alone. And Demio looks at you all and just says to you, seems that we are together. Shall we advance to Palm? She points that down here, tells you that you can get to the pools if you continue this way along this path. You guys say anything, have questions for each other. I can slowly start moving this there. You guys can RP. Obviously, he's moving a lot faster, but this is your chance between scenes to talk and do stuff.
Will that small child be okay?
I don't think she's a child.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, I don't know how goblins age, but
If I've learned anything in this line of work, it's not to underestimate people based on their looks.
that being said, she does look 10.
As you guys get to the area, you can see over the cliff and down the hill, the blood spools. It looks like there's some type of souls or spirits in the water swimming around gracefully. Even though they're screaming, they just are moving with some type of elegance. It's really strange. And it's just the beginning of the strangeness you'll have to experience. As your route becomes clear, when you look down this cliff towards the blood spools, you can see that there are more soldiers down there and they're already being swarmed by darklings. But just as your concern turns to probably aid, you see up north about, I'd say, 22 Mouthers and about 70 Darklings advance. And it doesn't look like the army behind you is enough. So you see Daisho stop, and he looks and goes, can we afford to abandon them?
Can we afford to stop?
This is not an abandonment. We have our duty, they have theirs.
That as you guys are talking, you see the troops are getting scared. They start backing up, and Palm just booms her voice out. That's all you got? You ain't big enough for me. And she taps her crown, and she puts her hand on her chest, and she begins to glow an aggressive energy, and she whispers some type of words. And when she's done, you see spooling darkness just erupt out of her, and things are just getting crazy. And when she touches the ground, the earth begins to rise up until it's the size of like a small mountain. And that's when she just screams out its name. She says, Gigio Gigante, rise!
Holy!
Fucking Rita Repulsa.
And
Five?
she looks tired on its back, and she just goes, all right, do it. And opens its mouth up, and it releases an atomic beam. At least that's what it's called. And it raises the battlefield. And the Mouthers keep running. And then she looks and she goes, you boys watch. If I get tired, coming in. He skips down the hill, and that's when Daisho says to you, well, let's get a move on. All right. Maybe there's some concern in but you know what? At least the monster's on our side. The moment you guys get to the pools, this is what you see. Series of blood boiling elementals, soldiers, and skeleton giants all engaged in combat. So, I don't know. You ready? It doesn't matter if you're ready. Okay, did the elementals really just beat you guys?
Well, at least Aisho got ahead of us, so that way we can.
No, Sildor
Lizard
does have advantage, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, it does. Good, or give it to reroll.
Very well.
Oh,
Worth a
No.
shot.
Well, at this instance, he'll, with lightning-like precision, you see the lens on OD's face scan the battlefield. He'll look over to Mozart as the closest person, and you just see the red eye flash for a moment, and just data particles form around Mozart's head. And he feels like he can react a bit faster. His cerebral thoughts just move quicker as well.
Excellent.
So that is a +4 to Mozart's initiative.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, even though we don't do it with exhaustion, initiative is a skill check, which means exhaustion should apply to it, but we just kind of ignore that. In any case,
Sorry, everyone also gets a +3 to their initiative.
oh, you specifically have a feature, so you guys are just rolling up the ladder now. Shit.
Okay.
In the initiative turn order, you can left click your number and change the entry. Since all of you are getting a boost, change your own entries respectively. Most of you are getting 3. Mozart is getting whatever was just given to him by OD.
A +4.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Let me know when you all have done that, and I'll reorder the list so that it's properly done.
The question is, do blood elementals bleed?
They do. In fact, they don't just bleed. They are. Yes. The answer is yes.
What?
head to blood then.
Okay, I'm assuming everybody's good. If you have not reordered your own initiative, please let me know. Okay. So that changes everything. Mozart, my guy, you're up.
Okay. Hopefully it's not super loud right now.
No.
But
You're good.
alright, cool. Mozart is going to. I got 30 feet. Might as well use it. I'm gonna start flying over. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I will. Fuck, why I do that? I could do range. Fuck, no, it doesn't matter. I'll pull out my my great sword and give it some smacks. First one.
That hits. So the moment you hit the blood elemental, you feel its warm blood just kind of spooling onto your body. There's no immediate harm, but you have fear of what will happen if you continue to gather blood onto yourself.
Got it. Okay. I come up and I give a couple of whacks, and I motion everyone to get close, but maybe not that close actually. Shit. All right. That will be Ep.2.
Excellent. Now the blood elementals are going, and I do mean the blood elementals with an S, so that's all of them. These ones are just going to jump this unit here and begin to swallow them down. You can see that they drain their blood all over these creatures, and it's rather hostile and nasty. Well, I suppose it's given. The hostile part is given, right? All right. Anyways, they start melting them in their bodies. We've got a total of 4 attacks coming out, and luckily, only 2 attacks are landing. They're also engulfing them, which just requires them to be in the same space like most elementals. So you see that the soldiers get kind of wrapped up by these elementals, and about 3 or 4 of them begins to die. The rest of them hold their ground, some of them having defensive runes. You could see that one of them made some type of rock bubble around them, and I say bubble because it's very transparent. And they're all just doing their best part to stay alive. Now, for you guys, we'll see. Mozart, this creature moves in your space, difficulty, of course, and begins to slam you as well. You are also in its body. You believe at the start of your turn, you risk being captured in its body. A 20. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I said great.
Oh, low. 23 and a 24, unfortunately, on the attack.
Of course.
22 total damage is bludgeoning if it matters.
Good.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit for me, but I think I heard I'm good. This elemental moves to the rescue, but he looks like he's taking a defensive posture, so he is dodging. General Ironwood is up, and you could just see that he just kind of gets low, puts his fist up, and as he puts his fist up, his hands kind of get a burst of elements around him. Looks like stones, like he just made himself some boxing gloves, and he starts boxing the creature. For a total of 25 damage as he punches him 3 times. You see him run up his knee and then uppercut him and land in front of him. Damio's up. Let's see what he can do. You see him pull out 2 katanas. Or I suppose 1 katana and a wakizashi. And he attacks. So both of them. Is it public? Oh, it is public. Is that public or is that me? I sometimes whisper.
Yes, public.
It's public.
Okay. The nighttime mode, sometimes it throws me off.
True.
So he goes to town this motherfucker. At disadvantage, those both strike. He commands his salamander to dodge. We know that his salamander is a real creature. He only gets 1. So he's trying to preserve him as much as possible before we get into the mouth. But unfortunately, he does accumulate 2 blood points. We don't know what that does just yet, but we'll find out soon. Don't worry. Lilith, you're up.
Oh my good, thanks.
Alright. Lilith, seeing this elemental just like crawl up on us, taps on her cage as it starts to spill out with dark energy once more. From the path of blood, you shall start to fall. Along this path, you'll go through withdrawal. I don't fucking know. And I will do. I forget which one is the attack disadvantage one. Give me a sec. I've come up with that like on the fly. Yeah.
All right, yeah. All right. Wisdom. Hey. You get a 13, I failed.
All right. As this dark smoke starts to just pour off of the salamander and encircles this blood elemental, it just immediately almost becomes like straw-like and starts sucking away at the blood elemental. Just starting to siphon the blood toward the ground as it is slightly weakened.
You see something interesting when you target it with a spell. One of these souls in the water, to which I should add that there are plenty, with its reaction crawls into the elemental's body. Seems to strengthen it. Ghost is up, and similar to Ironwood, the 2 of them are pugilists. But this one he also gets really down. But instead of making a series of punches, he just kind of circles around the creature, dodging this great sword, sliding under his feet, and then goes 1 to the ball. Jumps up, does a massive punch right in that area, and he's like, wait, where are they? But the other one had a flurry of blows. This one just had a singular heavy hand. OD
looks toward the battlefield, sees unfortunately that Mozart is being accosted. Fortunately, Mozart's out of range, but who isn't out of range? You see the red of his lens looks over to Sildor. It flashes once more, and you see all these in the air, arcane formulas written in a strange light, flashing in and out, and Flora overtakes him as he feels much lighter and much faster.
Nice.
And I didn't get a sense of what the range of these blood elementals is, correct?
Can you repeat your question, OD?
Oh, I didn't get a sense of what the range of these blood elementals is, right?
No. I mean, right now he's right on top of you, but you're not sure if it's 5 or 10 feet.
Okay. Well, I guess he will call it for there because I can't cast another spell as my bonus action.
Theodora.
All right, well, I'm about to answer your question, OD. I'm gonna jump down. Oh, actually, what weapon do I have right now? The umbrella. All right, I'm gonna jump down. And then I'm gonna step right here. And then I'm gonna step right here. And I did get hit. I like. And I'm gonna hit this blood elemental, or attempt to hit it with my umbrella right after I rage. Boom.
It's sound effects for me.
Ooh, where's that? There it is. So many buttons.
Good douche.
Well, pow.
Oh yeah, that hurts it a lot. When you cut into it, you could see it just blood spewing everywhere with your blood weapon.
Yeah, very aesthetically pleasing. And then he'll kind of do a twirl and come around for a second little disc saw blade. Saw.
That connects.
I don't think I get fury on the second one, so just 2.
Oh yeah, it's once a turn. How much was the fury? Okay.
And then we get more movement whenever we're within a certain range of Mozart, right?
10 feet is free.
Okay. No one's actually like stepped in this blood yet, right?
Oh, but you see that the army that came through here previously went out of their way to put these planks down, so they might have discovered why. These were the enemy did not put these wooden planks here. Your allies brought these.
I really want to try drinking it, but I feel like that's just not gonna end well. We'll find out eventually, probably. I'm gonna get closer. Actually, I don't think I will.
Remember what Palm said? It looks like blood, looks like lava, but it's neither.
Hopefully, the blood elementals are blood.
Well, those certainly are.
I think that 15 feet's close enough, so I will call it there.
And you have an extra action from haste, don't you?
I hasted you.
Oh, frick! I'll hit that guy again, and just because I'm a little worried I'm gonna miss, I will reckless. Boop.
Let's go.
And then bam. Pow.
Nice.
I didn't think I had a third attack, so
Yeah,
I
took
added
it off,
the...
yeah. 7, right? 7, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, also, we get to find out what happens with these blood tokens, since it did require 3. I'll give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
That is not enough. You take 20 necrotic damage. What rune are you? You might have resistance.
Shadow.
So you take 10 necrotic damage. You're resistant to the 20 that you take. That was a failure. Also, the 10 that you take immediately heals any of the elementals in your vicinity. It doesn't seem to heal the northern ones, but it is healing the ones. There's probably a radius, and these guys in range, and not these guys across. And they're gonna get that 10 hit points.
Oh.
Both of them heal for 10. As you guys see blood get torn out of his body. They make extra use of it, even if it's less divided than it would be that they gained.
Oi! I need that!
This one turns to you with his eye. Karaji.
Alrighty. Taraji's gonna slide down the salamander. And then with both of these two blood elementals in range, she is going to twin cast guiding bolts towards both of them.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Make them pay.
Gotcha. There's one. We'll just make this the left one first.
Yeah. The next one's on the right one.
Alrighty.
Oh. Yahoo!
Wahoo!
That's good.
First was 13.
Okay.
Let's see. Then we have.
You did 13 plus that fire, or?
No, it should be. Oh, it's the second one's a fucking.
Oh, it's Scorching Ray.
Okay. Yeah, so max
Oh,
out.
yeah, it's scorching right. I mean, you still did guiding bolts. You just
Yeah.
click your
modifier.
guiding bolt.
Click it twice.
Yeah, click your guiding bolt 21 twice.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Just make sure it doesn't subtract your auto subtract your spells. when you do it.
Well, if you're clicking,
yeah,
if you're
sure.
clicking it in the attack box, you should be good. We need one
Oh,
more
yeah.
in this box.
Oh,
It's a
gotcha.
crit, so you gotta do one more.
Sure.
Okay, 23, nice. Oh wait, hold on, you get to maximize one of those, so go look through them and tell me whatever the rope total is.
There's a 1, so plus 5.
Yeah.
18, okay. Not 18, fucking 28, there we go. Okay, you just leave like a massive crater and it undoes both the healing that Sildor provided and much more.
Gotcha. So she'll just reach out both hands. One of them holding like a staff, and then almost like dark sides, like omega beams, but they're like a bright like pink light. They'll like arc and like zigzag all around. They'll both then like split and hit both of the elementals.
You see them look at you as a second bone crawls into the left one and a first bone into the right one. If they get to their turns, you think that they're probably going to be hitting a lot harder, but right now there doesn't seem to be any other benefit.
Gotcha. Are they both staring at me now?
Yeah, well, the right one's staring at you because it's severely injured, and then the left one, he's got the salamander and all this other stuff immediately in its face. I imagine it glanced at you briefly. It was probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Alrighty. Do I want to dash as a bonus action? I'll stay right there. Oh, move back a little bit more.
Alright, signs. The elemental army gonna do their best to do what they do. See them put their energy together, and Captain, we already went over how this looked. And you just see fire, and you see lightning, rocks tumbling down. Some of the soldiers have like empowered weapons. Others are using their voice, and just splattering these elementals. That's what it is. They don't seem to hurt themselves with the feature, but they're able to get literally both these creatures. So let's find out. Sorry, quick using my Scripante. What is it? Con save, okay? Okay, they both fail and take 45 damage. The elemental army is doing their part.
Sheesh.
You see the skeleton turn around This one just holding between his legs. But then he reminds him that he is a massive skeleton. He lifts up his great sword and he is going to perform 3 attacks. It looks like a great sword, but it might not be a great sword. It's just really big. That's what she said. All right, 26 hits for a measly 9 damage. Surprisingly. Another 3 attacks. Ooh, a crit. Critical hit against Ironwood. 15 misses Ironwood and a 25 hits Ironwood. So he's getting hit. Okay, now this is that must have been minimum the 9 because I'm doing a lot more damage this time. There we go. That's more like it.
Oh, goddamn.
Ironwood takes 45, and you see General Ghost look back and go, "And you call yourself a pugilist? These guys hit like girls." And then Ironwood's like, "Hey, that's sexist." Oh wow. I guess they hit like pussies. That's what we use.
Not helpful.
Mozart back at the top. You're talking out that we don't hear. You might mute yourself.
I do see the.
Oh,
UD2.
yeah, sorry, I was oh, dude. Okay. So definitely bring a swack to this guy. Fuck.
Oh,
Second attack.
Yo, that does good damage.
there we go.
There we go. And I'm just gonna smite him.
Do it.
2d8.
More Damaji on top. And you get to 2 blood spills, but not 3 yet.
Okay. Can I move out of his little thing or no?
Oh yeah, you can try to move out of his body. It's if you want to leave its space, it is a strength saving throw, but there's no action economy or anything.
No, I just want to move right here, so I'm not above the water, above the blood.
You said a strength check?
Yeah, it would still be to move, yeah, to leave its space, yeah. You easily just kind of bust through and out to the other side.
Get off the blood. Okay. EOT.
All right, the elementals are all up. We'll start with the guys up top, down, left, right. You know the drill. See what they've got. 1, 2, and then a blood drain. Is blood drain set up correctly? 2 slams for now. All right, so they've got them inside their body. Oh wait, does the body provide restrain? Let me see if they're restrained real quick, because if it's restrained, they're getting double crit. Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh, thank god they're not restrained.
Oh.
So it goes, guys, it goes from 3 attacks to critting to all 4 attacks missing.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh shit.
Because
so good.
Because of that concept. Wow. Okay, top, down, left, right, you know the drill. So the next one is the Mozart elemental. But Mozart, you're going to get an opportunity attack as this guy is going to move downwards towards the person who smooped him. And that's him, you light him. He's got difficult terrain, 10 feet of view, so he's got 2 instances of 20. Let's see how much speed he's got.
Oh. I just realized that 10 might have been to hit if he had advantage due to guiding bolt, but maybe everyone missed at it, looks like.
You want to attack him? Well, you don't want to attack him after that?
They're Taraji? No.
Oh. No.
You cannot
No,
avoid it.
Gerald.
body.
I understood him.
It's like it's like
Translate.
here. Right. Ultimate entertainment.
Booty.
Demi Discord.
Cakey.
Are you howling at the moon? Okay. Oh.
Is that better?
Yep. A little bit.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I would have had advantage on the attack from the first one, right? Because
Yeah, he might.
Yeah.
Give me one more attack, yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Does a 18 hit this guy?
It does. It changes some things because you get your third blood spool, so I actually need a con save now.
Buddy.
Oh, he's smiting that off, so he might be gonzo. Oh yeah, he's dead.
There we go.
Moves off and he gets smoot. Okay. Alright, so he failed. That's 20 necrotic.
Oh no.
And he's not shadow, is he? He's earth, right?
He's Earth, yes.
Well, I guess he is here. Okay, he's earth. Alright. So you get hit for the 20 necrotic, and it's after you hit him, so he's not gonna be normally he gets healed, but he's not gonna get healed before he would have got that burst. But the other one does still get healed, and it is for the amount taken, so he gets healed for 20.
Oh.
And do I see like pull blood from Mozart, or does he?
Yeah,
like...
you see, like, as he hits this thing and destroys it, you immediately see blood like running out of Mozart's eyes, ears, mouth, getting literally drained from his body, and then its siphon just shoots over to the elemental, thickening its body. Yeah, oozing golden blood.
And that resets his blood stacks, correct?
To 0, yeah, resets it to 0. Awesome. Okay, the elemental on the left is going to try to attack the giant salamander. It's gonna have disadvantage. They don't seem overly intelligent. It just sees the biggest threat and is targeting it. By biggest, I mean literally. But maybe you guys are stronger, I don't know. It's gonna attack twice at disadvantage. A 7 will miss, that's a natural 1 for it. And then a 17, is it 17 at this mofo? Let me find out. New salamander. Here's his awesome artwork, just in case you want to see it full.
Hell yeah.
It's so cute.
17 is exactly enough to hit it, so it takes 13 bludgeoning. That is at disadvantage. Alright, so salamander just kind of gets, for the first attack, the salamander uses its tail and slaps the blood elemental's hand, just kind of shattering it into nothing. As it quickly reforms, he then takes one to the jaw, slamming into it for 13. Ironwood up top. That's out the volley of assaults. Just in case you guys haven't seen his artwork, that is how his full artwork looks. Shout out Busy in his previous character.
Hell yeah.
What we got over here?
Did he get sexier? Oh my god.
He's always at 60.
That's not that loud.
I see obsidian spikes? Nah, it's too early. Just goes for a... Oh yeah, you have gifts in your shit. I should be showing them.
Hell yeah.
Okay, only the first one connects. Forgot about the gifts. Alright, you do a 14 to mod. Damien's up. He is going to try to end the fight faster, so he tells the salamander to assault. Salamander opens its mouth and lets out a massive 60-foot cone. Wait, does it do that? Is the cone, will the cone hit the other guys? Let me see. No, we're good.
Oh.
That's out a massive 60-foot cone as he raises the battlefield. Let me put him off whisper. The elemental needs to make a saving throw. This is his rune, but you guys know that there's not a lot of mastered rune warriors here, and he has a mastered rune. The salamander's mastered rune. Oh shit, they were Resist fire. That's interesting. Okay.
Well, they do live in boiling hot river.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. It makes a save, so it takes 21, brought down to only a 10. Oof. The 21 was the damage they would have taken from the 42, but they're resistant.
With the vicious mockery. Oh wait, no, that's never mind. I thought it was
Disadvantage on attack roll.
Yeah, attack
yeah, I
roll.
thought it was mind sliver for a second there. My apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that hits, and then Damio himself are gonna go ahead and probably pop his own blood. Didn't have a choice. Gotta kill the thing, right? Does he use? You know what? He sees that the physical attacks are wearing him down, so instead he's gonna commit 2 symbols of passing. So you see him draw a symbol in the sky, and he launches this firebolt-like thing at the creature.
Oh.
But the creature dodges both. Unfortunately, it's all or nothing. Lilith, you're up.
Okay. Lilith hopping off of the salamander turns over to Taraji. Your next move gonna depend on your skill or the elementals. Will it help you more? Are you planning on doing attack roll or spell save?
Who are you asking that?
Taraji.
Adaji, okay.
Oh, what do you need?
Are
Need
you
to
planning
move?
on doing some sort of spell that has a spell save DC or a attack roll?
I'm about to heal the motherfucker.
Okay, got it. Attack roll then. Shit, I don't want to use spells on this thing, but at the same time, I don't really got much other options. Actually, is Mozart on the ground right now or in the air?
Who? Mozart?
I'm in the air. Yeah, I'm in the air. I just moved I'm right above the dock.
You're
I
really
think he's
robot.
in the air.
I'm
gonna assume air.
He's in the air, but he's right above the ground. That's what I got.
Okay, got it.
So like probably like 5 feet, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Damn, I don't have enough movement regardless. Okay, good to know. Trying to figure out what to do with my main spell. Actually, that might actually be the best bet. I'm not sure if it'll actually work, but let's hope. So, as Lilith steps down, she looks toward Mozart and flips the cage directly in front of her, almost like floating between her hands as the skull in between starts to rattle back and forth and dark energy starts to become summoned. As she starts to chant these words, the teal slash around her neck starts to almost writhe and move as if it's alive. Let hellfire consume me, if that's what must be done. I will gladly play the part, so that you may shine, my son. As her own life force starts to get drained, and she will be using the Necrolace as her bonus action on Mozart. I am going to be taking... I'll do 2d8. Gonna expend 2 charges to heal up Mozart 2d8's worth, but I take 2d8 and then you gain double the amount. Okay, I take 9, you heal up 18. As the sash seems to just like extend, crawl along the ground, and attaches onto you, transferring her life energy. Ignores resistance, so... And as part of that same recitement, it seems as if the purple energy from the cage starts to drip down onto the ground and trails over to the blood elemental. Main action, blindness, deafness. I am going to need a con save. Or be blinded.
The elemental sees you try to affect it, and as you start to blind its eyes, you just see it rip out its eyes and new ones form. It made the saving throw.
Oh god, that's a vision. That's an image. Holy shit. I am probably vulnerable here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple steps back. Alright, AOT.
Okay, General Gross is going in. All right, let's see what this guy's got. Does he have gifts? No. Yeah, that one. That's about it.
Oof.
Was it 17 hit? These guys might have played. Let me check the Giants. 17, okay. The two of those connect for a total of 18 onto the big giant. He just starts punching. He starts going for the ankles. They're just continuing to banter. More so Ghost. It seems like Ironwood's more focused. Ghost just seems to be like just a loose cannon. OD, you're up.
You see next to Odie's eye just a tiny red numbering floating. It seems to be a countdown of some sort as he looks towards Sildor. 54 seconds remaining. You see him reach up his hand and a lance apparates in this data, almost kind of like a distortion. You see it kind of crackle about, and then the lance appears in the rift as he will try to slam into the blood elemental with it, planting the techno lance into the elemental of blood. You see the gauntlet that is sticking up from the cloak that's holding the lance begin to also light up as if with a different light, kind of like a purple LED, which extends this all to the lens itself, and it makes it hit all the harder as the puncturing force is now accompanied by this small explosion of gravity. For 19, and it needs to make a strength saving of 15 or be pushed back 10 feet.
I thought you said 50 per second. I was like, the boom. Okay, 15. Okay. He gets a 14 foot fails.
So it is pushed back 10 feet. And I get one blood counter as I'm splattered with the material.
Yeah.
Alright.
And Odie will then strafe a bit and then end his turn.
How much was the total damage? Oh, just 19 was correct? Okay.
Yep.
Sildor.
Sildor is going to let his umbrella absorb itself back into his body, and he's going to reach down with a, I don't know, like a bladed hand and kind of bring up the blood left behind from the elemental, and it starts to harden and take shape into a chain as he pulls the chain taut between his two hands, and a handle forms in one hand, and at the other end a mallet head, and he's gonna run. He's gonna run, boy, run.
Hell yeah.
Your speed is doubled under haste.
I ain't gotta get no closer. As he takes his whip, his maul whip, and starts whipping that motherfucker. Recklessly, cause fuck it.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Don't forget to take off your Divine Fury for the ladder attack. So.
Yeah. And I get two more. Let's hit. 18?
Yep. Yep. Okay, this is going to hurt.
Ooh.
Did that so far. It survives. Your final attack would kill it, which means you get 3 spules of blood. It won't be healing off of it, but you still make a con save. Describe the kill on it as you whip it good.
So it's coming by just blasting chunks out of it. With I like to think it's like a mixture of weight and speed, bringing away like just chunks with these thunderclaps as it smashes away bits and pieces of this elemental's body.
Excellent. Yes, disappears beneath the surface of this pool of blood, and you take 10 necrotic damage. You did make it this time, so you're taking 5 actually. Luckily, no one's getting healed, and your blood counter is going back down to 0.
And then, we gotta get across, guys.
Oh yeah.
And probably, if you want, not, you can probably skip on some of these rocks. So I'm gonna get rid of these elementals, just because they're. Well, I'll put them in the corner. They would just turn into a liquid, so they shouldn't be obstructing your vision.
I think I could feasibly get there.
Yeah, the
Oh, wait,
rock,
no.
there's enough rock. I mean, you have double C with haste.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dang.
Boost.
Yeah,
Keep
with,
getting that.
with 10 feet running speed, what's your strength score?
I have 20.
Okay, so yeah,
Or,
on a
no,
10
my
foot
bad,
running
16.
start.
He's
Okay,
got
on a
plenty,
10
I think.
foot, yeah, running start, you can get 16 feet on a long jump.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to make any other saves because of how small these footholds are, though.
That may be slippery, but until you get there, give me a acrobatics or dexterity.
Acrobatics or dexterity?
Yeah,
Uh,
as in it's your choice. They're both balanced.
Is it safe?
Oh.
Can he danger sense it?
Oh yeah, if you do dexterity, you have advantage. It's really your choice. Some people might have expertise in acrobatics, so it's really whatever is better for you, your choice. Yeah, you easily make it. It's not a terribly high DC.
Balance.
You almost slip, but it just carries your momentum as you take a far leap and land right there. It did take 2 squares to the left to attack the elemental, so you move 60.
Yeah. That's 50.
Oh, you only moved 50, okay.
55. 6. And get another 20. So what if... Oh, come on.
How much speed do you have?
I'm doubled right now because I have haste, right?
Well, what's your normal
Oh, yeah.
score? I'm asking.
Unarmored defense.
40.
Oh, 42, 80.
Oh, he's at 80.
Okay.
God,
Damn.
Oh, this is so upsetting.
Eh, gotta work with what you got.
Oh, fuck it. I'll just get right here. I'll wave my fist angrily. I'm coming for ya! And we hit.
Karaji, you dodged a blooded a bullet? I don't know. Mozart saved you. It was coming for that booty.
This is true. To pay that back, I will head in Mozart's direction. Get down here, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And from here I will cast. Let's do which one's this actually. Oh, here it is. Cure Wounds. Yeah, I'll cast Cure Wounds. There you go. Okay. See you soon. And she'll just no running start because it's one of her abilities as a wild elf, I believe. Let me see. Oh, the Earth Team. Yeah, standing leap. She'll just Mozart will just see her just jump from right where she is all the way across.
Oh, jeez.
You could get to right here to jump for free if that mattered. On how far you want to go.
So just go and jump all the way over there. And does that count as like an extra movement there, or is it just 30 feet for the jump?
You would still subtract his 10, so 20 feet for the jump.
Okay, gotcha. So I'll just use my bonus for the extra because I was like 25 feet to get there. That's okay. Then I'll get a little further up. And that'll be it.
So though you go running super fast, and Taraji just freaking takes this massive leap and lands right next to you. All right, they can only use their elemental prowls every other turn, so they're going to use their regular attacks this time. You kind of go all in. Are they still more than half? They are. Okay, good. Oof. Is that 14 hits? Oh, nice. The 14 does hit. They have 14 AC.
Ooh.
So an assault of bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing comes down onto the left elemental in big fashion. The giants immediately go into their swings 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get the left and right out of the way.
Ooh.
20, 27, 19 are all going to connect for a shit ton of damage onto Ghostface. 44 damage. On the right side, 14 is going to miss, so 22 will connect for 17 onto Iron. Mozart, you're up.
Can I move this thing and rearrange it to make, realign it to make it more of a bridge for us?
How are you going to move it?
Well, I'm going to fly over.
Yeah, you think you can, with an athletics check. It'll be an action, though, because even though it's on water, it's a massive plank.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be harder because I got a couple people on it, but yeah, if it's okay. I think it'd be better just to get people over because we're going in that direction, right?
For sure, yeah, everybody's going north.
Yeah, okay. So that's what I will do. I'll fly over and just put my hands on the plank and try to pull it over.
Okay. Just kind of like a grapple. It'll only take one of your attacks. So if you do it the first time, you have another attack still.
Okay.
If you don't, you got a second chance.
Cool. First up.
Oh.
Okay. He just shakes his wrists and the gold chains hit his arms a little bit, and he goes back for the second time.
You move it a little bit the first time, and now you can pretty much. I'll do you one better. I'll let you line this one up because you did excellent. You also line up the one behind you simultaneously for a straight bridge.
Oh.
All right. I will move my remaining 15 feet. Yeah, exactly. 5, 10, 15, and the bonus action? No. Okay. EOT.
All right, excellent. All right, so you guys witness him just pull both the planks, and he forms the bridge. All right, so the elementals are going to continue to assault this army. We're going to give them, I keep forgetting, give them a con save to see if they get the grappled effect off. They are not grappled, not advantage. 4 attacks coming out right now. Slams. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still a critical hit. The rest of them, however, are a miss. So this is going to add up to be 22. One of these maximized. 6 more, 3 more. 25. Damn it. The elemental army resisted. So they're still doing very good. Ironwood's gonna go in for that good 3, preserving whatever he can because he knows no rest is certain, no rest is guaranteed. Good old 3 punches, one of them landing for nice meaty 20. He uppercuts this creature, and its helmet goes flying off of its head. Nitro looks down at the salamander, and he takes an action to pocket it. It's too big for the bridge, and he doesn't want to walk it across the blood water. Don't worry, if he's not destroyed, I can recall him. And he runs up the bridge with pretty respectable speed. Lilith, you're up.
Okay. Lilith is gonna start on her pathing. Let's hope I can get a decent amount. What's the distance between other stuff? Please tell me I'm within 60.
Because sometimes she just doesn't respond.
Just,
Okay. I'm within 60 of the blood elemental, so let's try to weaken it up a little bit at least. As they start to approach along the bridge, Lilith just like floats the cage in front of her to as the purple smoke starts to emit once more. When all seems lost, we call in academia. When our paths cross, I'll teach you the true meaning of anemia. When and going to Vicious Mockery. Exactly 60 feet, so well 55.
Okay. Alright, so you're going to... Oh no, I give you a second.
Yep.
Keep forgetting it's Vicious Mockery. I do fail.
Hell yeah. As once again the smoke forms into like almost straws and just tries to suck the blood into the river. And with that, guilty.
Tasty. Okay, Ghost is gonna keep handling this dude. At least try to. Let's see what else we want to do. You see him go in. This time, he seems to just kind of hold back on his single heavy hits and perform 6 strikes.
God damn.
All of those are... No, 2 of those are missing. I forgot these guys are 17. 8. Nice. He just really works the shit out of this dude's kneecaps. And you see him, by the way, he just punching the same knees over and over again. So he just kind of wraps his legs around this dude's bone and just starts going to town now. And I know how that sounds, and it is what it is.
Just
I'm here
kneecapping him.
for it.
You're really not trying very hard to, mask that, huh?
No, I as I said it, I immediately was like, oh no. OD, you're up.
Oh no.
Alright, OD will look toward the bridge that Mozart has now constructed with his Raptrillier magic. He sees the well lensing around Mozart. He looks toward Mozart, and perhaps Mozart looks back, and they give a small nod to each other. OD will move here. He'll long jump here. He'll jump mid-air to here, seemingly going to go drop into the river itself. But then that is within 10 feet of Mozart. As he's about to fall down, Mozart catches him in the gravity well. And I suppose he's in 10 foot this way.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
Landing with that momentum, OD looks up toward the quarry and brandishes his lance once more, plucking from the aether. It is a bit of a long shot as this is outside the close range of the lance, but he will take a thrown attack with this humongous lance at disadvantage. He throws in the air and is propelled by some force beyond his own mighty muscles, but you see it just kind of, he lets it go and it's almost as if it instantly accelerates after his fingers leave it toward the closest blood elemental.
Okay, the right side
not
one?
kidding.
14.
12 question mark?
I don't think that does.
No, they have 14 AC, unfortunately.
Okay, so it lands into the blood, but then you see it kind of crackle and then separate.
Sildor. So your first square is free because you're in free movement, then everything else you have to count.
It's good because that would have been difficult terrain.
That's correct.
He'll look back. Handle the little ones. I'm going for the big one. And he's gonna. He actually doesn't need you to get that close. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, right here. Start whipping over Ironwood's head. Let's go.
Ducks. Punch, 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 duck. Punch, 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 duck. It's like you guys are in a training session.
Recluse. Crack.
Weave.
Weave. Stupid weave.
All right, that hits. 15. No, 22. You're right. That hits.
And last one.
That hits. You are bringing
What's
the
it?
big pain. Keeping up with Ghost. He dropped 41. He dropped 48. Destroying him.
I want to ride it.
No,
What do you mean by that?
he does like.
We
his
will
bone.
find out together. Don't worry.
Good are you?
I will focus on this weaker blood elemental. I will cast Scorching Ray on it. Let me see.
Now earlier you did see they resist fire for your consideration.
Gotcha, which is why I'll do the Lightroom version of just radiant.
Oh damn. Got him.
Let's see, where's this shit? There it is. Oop, it's a
15 hits.
Gotcha, and this is Radial Say Fire.
Yeah, it's right in there. You got two more. You got two more coming out. It's 3 scorching rays.
Alrighty. I'll make sure I'm not like deducting like 5 or whatever the fuck from the spells.
That hits.
Okay.
Okay, one more.
You
That hits. Excellent. Alright, you explode beams onto this creature. It narrowly survives.
gotcha. So yeah, the flame will leave her hand, and then she'll like bring her fingers together, and it'll like condense into just like a shard of light, and just the beam will just fly like right through it as she starts like running across.
I don't know why I pictured disco ball, but it is what it is. Your first 2 spaces are free because you're next to Mozart, so don't start counting till you get past this guy.
Gotcha. Well, actually, do I want to go down there? I'm squishy. Actually, I won't move further just yet. I'll wait for everyone else to move up a bit.
Sure. They're up and they get to perform their every other turn. Runes combined.
Is this the Captain Planet one?
Yep. All right, use my script. The left one failed, the right one succeeded. You see the left guy gets destroyed. Luckily, if it wasn't for Taraji, they would have survived because they're only at -13, so they would have survived that thing. The right side, however, is still in that fight and is still holding its ground. Excellent. The giant skeleton is going to make 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you want to get them all out of the way now. 26, 23 will hit. Or is it 27 total? And then on the right side, you see that the skeleton just steps over Ironwood, and Sildor did more damage and attacks Sildor 3 times. 17, 23, 17, question marks?
Do 17 hits?
With haste, you get +2.
Yeah, well, haste you have +2, but until you don't have a shield, so.
Then, yeah, I'm 17 without haste, so.
Okay, so only the 23 connects. For 15 damage.
Is it bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing?
It is slashing, so it's 7. Yeah, 7. So 3 attacks, you're able to dodge, parry 2 of them, and then the final one just kind of connects you, but you just absorb most of the damage.
Your arms are like noodles!
Mozart.
That's awesome.
If you're talking, you mute it again.
Oh. That level.
Let's go, Doodlebot.
So almost like, yeah.
Right. Oh, your wisdom save. Where are we? They fail. They do take oddly the right side, right? Yeah, 11.
Give us
Also, your mic is open. We're getting feedback now. Yeah, hot micing, that's what we call it. Alright, the elemental is up. And it is getting worked on all surfaces, but it cannot afford an opportunity attack. It would almost guarantee its death. So it is going to still continue on the army. .25 and a 21 will both connect. Putting the army down to down 11 hit points. Still, the army is just holding their ground. All right, General Ironwood's got work now. See him just kind of dig deep, and then he punches the ground, and spikes just erupt all around him. And it doesn't seem to hurt you. You might get worried at first, so because they're coming at you fast. But the moment the spike almost smashes into your face, Ironwood moves so quick, and he just destroys the portion that would have hit you with his own fist as he fights his rune not to hurt his friends. And your skeleton just gets blown to pieces. And he's not done. He runs past you, and he does it again.
Oh.
And he heals for 2d6 hit point. Where's that? 26? 30, okay. And then he absorbs the spikes back into his body, which is how he then heals. Damon is he in the free movement yet? So 1 square. And moves free. So he goes here, and then he uses the gravity well and just leaps to the right.
Clutch.
And he is going to go in with his sword attacks. Oh man, he didn't even need that sword attack. So the giant skeleton turns around, and he's just been getting beat up by spikes, by ghosts, by everyone. And he swings his scimitar towards Daisho, and Daisho goes, "Ah!" and swings his katana, just cutting right through the scimitar, which looks like a giant great sword, and then right through the skeleton. Lilith.
Okay, I was afraid that it was gonna be the blood elemental left. Now I have to come up with a rhyme. Okay. I'm messing. Alright, Lilith scoots around OD, once again holding her cage as she starts chanting her words. Tall you stand, though you stink and rot. Return to the sands, erase all thought. As the purple smoke once again encapsulates around the blood elemental and tries to tear it apart. Good old mind sliver.
Takes out his fight.
All right. As Lilith calls out these words and the smoke starts to swirl around the blood elemental, the smoke seems to just like rapidly pass by the blood elemental for a moment. Nothing seems to happen. Before you look closer and realize that they form thin purple strings that all converge and instantly slice into the blood elemental. As the blood elemental fades, the teal sash around Lilith's neck seemingly dashes over to where the blood elemental is and sucks up whatever bit of soul energy is left. And I regain 1 charge of the necrolace.
Nice.
Very nice.
The elemental army moves to the ground. They just start resting. You can see them about 20, 30 soldiers remaining. Ghostface and Ironwood look at all of you guys. Just kind of nod. And Ironwood says, got a good swing in you, don't you? To Sildor.
I've got a lot of practice.
And he points. Good. Because we're here.
Raji's like handing out like her water skin to like the soldiers.
They're drinking. As they point up towards the entrance to the mouth that feeds, soldiers begin drinking and they look tired and weary. But they gotta keep fighting because that's what we're here for. Bill says, I'm gonna secure anyone else that tries to come in through next. We're gonna hold down this fort. You guys make your way up. Some people have already gotten inside. Thanks for the backup. The soldiers, some of them thank you, Taraji, as they get ready to hold the bridge so that they can route more soldiers into the mouth that feeds. They get into work pushing the elementals out of the way and the skeletons. You have any questions for these individuals, or do you interact with each other in any way? Especially with all of you, literally outside of books, stories, and maybe drawings, the first time looking upon the mouth that feeds, which is a body of flesh wrapped around a tower.
Did any of the other generals make it in there?
Ghost lights up cigarette. Yeah, a few. Saw some wyverns overhead. Mother's in there. Mother, she's a good-looking girl, you can't lie. Just throwing that out there. Maybe there should be a father involved if we get out of this.
I'm not sure that's how that works with dryads. Aren't they all made of like wood and stuff?
Shit, we got wood too, you know what I'm saying?
Mind your tongue.
All right. Sorry, lady, sorry. I'm pretty unfiltered.
Let's just start scribbling in her tome.
Ironwood just goes, sorry about him. He's got a mouth on him, but he's good for what we need him for. Dropping these dudes. Take a breather if you need it. No more than 10 minutes. They're gonna be swarmed here soon. We need to get out there and get this over with as fast as possible. This is only the beginning.
No rest for the wicked.
We
Okay.
march.
I shall
So
get
Raji like takes her water skin back from one of the soldiers and like tries to drink, but it's like not even a drop. Ugh. Let's go.
Sorry about that. Really thirsty.
No problem. Yeah, just go. It's okay. She'll give like a courteous smile.
All right. And as you guys all move up, you can see that the blood is bubbling. Alive, soldiers. Company. But he tells you guys to move on. They're just going to keep holding the fort down. Make sure that the soldiers have a safe route into the mouth that feeds. And of course, safe here is as safe as it can be. But Daitro says, I don't know about walking on all that flesh. Do I summon my salamander, or you guys want to take this by foot?
I mean, would it make a difference on your salamander?
The salamander is immune to fire. It seems like the floor here is rather hot. But maybe not enough to burn. I don't know. It's also a lot of smoke. You guys do see smoke kind of coming up in fumes. And it feels really warm here. But again, it could just be a summer day. It might not be a hurtful.
I mean, is there any downsides to taking them out now?
She said,
I don't see why not.
We'll keep a lookout then, lest any other unseen threat befall your salamander. Eyes open, everyone. As his lens flashes.
get on. Let's go.
Sildor will have his blood go back in him and pull out the umbrella glaive again.
Okay. You make your way up through here, and you can see the skeleton's mouth begin to open up as if it's trying to speak. You see that there's a mouth there, and it looks like it's in some type of birthing process. Daisho looks at you and says, "Can we destroy it over here?"
We save our strength.
If we can afford to ignore them, Elder, then we should preserve what we have. I'm agreeing with Sildor.
Yes, you guys can remove your blood count as well. So as you guys are trailing up these steps, you can see like just what you'd expect, just temple stairs. Looks like this was a big cathedral, this tower. And despite it not looking that large, it takes the salamander about 10 minutes to get to the top, as every time you go around this spiraling rise, it just seems further and further. But eventually, on top of bones and boiling blood, you arrive at the gate to the mouth that feeds. And it begins to split down the center. The fleshy tendrils slowly moving apart from each other. And you all move to here. This is what you see in the entrance. This is also hold on, moving real quick, setting up a light. When you get there, let me know if you have vision. Well, of course, the people aren't that big, but this artwork is just kind of depicts this entrance you've seen, flanked by these smoking statues that are laughing. Turn away if you value your life.
Fuck off!
They don't take offense, they don't even say nothing, they just kind of keep laughing, and there's so many of them in the walls. You can see some of them have arrows and some of their necks are detached, and they're still laughing. They don't seem to take any offense, but they also don't seem to be something you can deal with. The taunt, smoke, no mirrors. In any case, this is where we're going to take a 10-minute break. When we come back, we'll finish the last hour strong, or 50 minutes, I suppose. See you guys soon.
See you in 10.
Heck yeah.
Excellent. So we're returning from our 10-minute break. We've got about 50 minutes left of the shot. Of course, who knows what we'll get up to. In any case, you guys have just gotten to the gates and you've got all these laughing creatures. Some of them with their heads removed, their bodies. Some of them are just arms and legs. In any case, this is the gateway you must pass through. The smoke trail is about 100 feet long before you can see a massive room with a glowing light, and you can see some individuals inside. They're hard to make out from this distance, though, as they're some 200 feet away in total. How are you taking to your environment at this moment? And are we ready to advance?
Oh, I was born ready.
As we're like descending down, heading deeper, Taraji would like hold like her fist like to her chest and try and like remember that like feeling she had earlier. Just bask in that light from Mother Nature, and just hold on to that as they venture deeper.
You scared or something?
I am preparing to guide the way.
You got some map or whatever?
No map, just the wind.
The fucking wind.
She'll just nod, and she'll raise her hand. You'll just like these like small, little like orbs of light, will just start to like dance around everybody, and she'll cast dancing lights.
Let the light spew. And the tunnel doesn't get any brighter though. But you still see the orbs themselves, they're just not illuminating at all.
She'll like look around, but still appreciate the comfort that they're like in her proximity at the very least.
Well, at least the stories that no light works here is accurate.
Yes. Very much not my element. But I will bring the light here.
And I'll be here to record it.
She'll smile.
You refund the HP, by the way, Sildor.
I get HP? I thought you were
Yeah,
healing.
that's on you.
Oh, I thought that was
Yeah.
from Munford.
I mean, you're definitely a bit lower. ATM.
She could take it back.
Yeah, you know. Imagine that's how Mozart ability works. Just a rubber band.
Yeah, it wouldn't be just infinite, obviously. That goes against the spirit of it.
Yeah.
Blaine shots a salamander across the room.
So, as you guys advance, eventually you get to the end of that tunnel. And inside of the room, you see some other people have made it here. Not a lot of people. Only the strongest. Even most of the soldiers that don't have particular fame or notoriety have not made it. As you guys come in at the entrance, officially inside the mouth that feeds, as you look back, the tunnel is gone. Merely had walked 5 feet. To the north, Mother Nature stands in front of an eye that is illuminating the entrance to the mouth that feeds, and it is flanked by 7 platforms. She turns. Good. More have made it. Come forward. I have candles for you. Prepare for your descent into the mouth. At this point, With the floor being normal, he desummons Salamander again. Seems my team has made it. I could see them to the north.
Indeed. It was of good fate that we met each other, and I wish it continues with yourself and your squad. Fare thee well, and we'll see you when the day is won.
Do your best to stay alive. If we meet on the inside, you can count on me and my men.
Just don't die.
That's good advice. He goes to Mother Nature and she hands him some type of candle, and he continues to his squad.
Oh, my lady. And Roger will go to Mother Nature.
Welcome. Turns to you all. The journey here has already been rough. The more have made it than I expected.
She's looking at her like a child would see like a Disney princess at Disney World. Like, this is like her hero. This is someone like her parents have always told her about in stories. And with the light that she had given her, the way she sees it, has like bestowed upon her earlier, she's just in utter like awe. And she's just like bright, like glowing in front of her, as like bright as she can in this like dark space.
Yeah. And she hands you a box. Here, distribute one to each of your men. This will be the only light outside of the natural lights like the eye behind me. Other lights will fail. You will see fires in there that illuminate things. Maybe algae or some other type of bacteria. You'll even see torches and creatures illuminating. You must never take from these light sources. You only risk damning your own soul and never gaining the benefit. Just use them. Use them. Their presence, the tool to help guide you when the wick is not available. You guys are receiving 6 of the shadow wicks, 1 each, or 7 rather. No, wait, there's only 5 of you, so 5 in total. Counted Inca Johnny.
I'm the Stone Warrior.
Yeah. I'm Gilbaku and somewhere. I get 2. But yeah, you see that Gajani has gotten here. Unfortunately, his T-Rex or whatever he captured died. So each of you are receiving 1 shadow wick. You need to be very careful when you use them. And it does occupy a hand. So if you're someone who uses the shield and a weapon, you're probably not the one that's going to want to carry this. Or if you're using a 2-handed weapon, you're probably not the one that want to carry this. So it'll occupy a hand. And whenever you pass it, it loses 10 minutes.
Whenever we pass it when it's lit, correct?
Yeah, when they're lit, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for Mother Nature? Do you engage each other? And Taraji, any words of wisdom as you pass out the candle to each? And do you just, it might be wise for one person to have more than one if you see someone's probably not going to be able to hold it.
Well, you're
Literally all of my weapons are two-handed, so...
Oh, okay. I mean, I can hold on to yours. Would love
Sure.
to.
You can double fist candles.
Please don't. Don't want to use all of them at once.
These are a guide. Like I was saying before.
Oh, you fear the darkness. It's not the darkness you should fear. It's what's in it. And that's me.
And with this, I will see them coming. Thank you,
We
my
see-
lady. She'll like bow to Sakura.
Nods. Your trooper taking the right panel. This device is going to lower you into a random floor. When she says right, there are 2 things on the right, but assuming it's this bottom section. Whenever you're ready to be lowered, I will manipulate the eye and drop you down. Once you get into the mouth that feeds, you will be placed on a random level. And more than likely, that'll be different from the other platforms, but anyone on a single platform will always arrive at the same place together.
All right, let's go to hell.
Understood.
Wait, some of you are injured. He puts her hands up, and you can feel this almost beautiful song play in your mind as her lips move, but you don't hear anything. Just this melody, this natural effect, and your skin gets warm, but not hot. Cool, but not cold. Your weight lifts up, but that's just Mozart. And you receive all your hit points back.
Nice.
Ooh.
And she even reverses the cure wound slot you used recently, Lilith.
Oh, thank God.
She looks at all of you. The darkness down there will do its best to destroy you, and perhaps it may succeed. But you must confine in each other your strengths, and you must cover each other's weaknesses. This place is meant for one thing: prison. It will keep our souls forever, and it will try to take yours. But when it comes for you, you know what to do. Defend yourselves, warriors.
We will keep your words close to us as a light that guides. Good luck on your mission as well, Mother Nature. We'll see you when the day is won.
Perhaps we'll see each other on the inside. Once I've gathered a few more groups, I imagine that is all that is coming. Ready yourselves on the platform if you're good to go. Next to Sildor. He's far better at speeches than me, I'll add. He's a world leader, but it didn't immediately come with the ability to do speeches.
I'm fucking inspirational.
Yeah, the vortex warps some of these other allies onto our platform. I'm kidding.
You see King Johnny looking at Sildor. Huh. That guy's got big sword energy. I like him. Hey, Sildor.
Yeah.
You live. Come to the clan lands. I shall throw you a feast.
Sure, why not? Free food.
I like your energy. I respect a warrior. Bring that friend of yours too. He points to Mozart. He sees he's kind of like a warrior too. You see, he's very simple. He sees warrior and he gets resolved, but he doesn't say anything about OD. Even though OD looks like he's in the middle there. And Pinker Johnny gets to the middle. Are you ready? And he points to Askarash, and Mother Nature goes, "Are you sure you want to take the floor all by yourself, Askarash? We need to spread out as much as possible. Besides, they believe that they are the monsters, but I shall show them who is really the monster." Bolts of lightning and electricity form in his hand. He prepares his descent, and Mother Nature just puts her hands over the light, and then she just flickers it. And Askarash's platform shoots down faster than any of you could imagine. You just see it just rattling noises as it disappears into the darkness. It goes down about 100 feet, and then after a few moments, you guys notice that it is actually rising above you several hundred feet. Seems that the direction in this place is all kind of whack. He's only got one of his arms.
Oh, it's that timeline.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna. This is the world of regeneration, so you can see it looks like it's starting to grow back. But in any case, it's about up to his elbow. But anyway, see, so he goes down, but he really goes up. And I'll let you guys figure out why that's confusing and why it's not. Askaros's platform is gone. But after about 30 seconds, the platform reappears, eerily empty. But imagine that he got to where he had to go. She points to the north. Are you ready? Damon looks at his people. Jet and Blade. Yes, I'm prepared. What must be done? I must represent the beast style. People think that the Earth rune is weak. Let the insect prove them. I'm gonna have fun down there. I wonder if I'm gonna find a daddy. I always like daddies. Wait, I'm not here for affairs. Forgot. He just shakes his head at Jowsy and looks at Damon. I'm with you all the way, brother. I'm just interested in slaying these creatures and seeing what they're all about. So far, I'm unimpressed. Damon looks towards Mother Nature. Send us, my lady. Blessings to you and the rest of the troop. May Zion watch over us from above.
Right before they go, so Taraji had Salut's hat like the whole time they were heading up here, and it'll actually like leave her hand and like float all the way back up to Salute, and it'll just like catch it right before they leave and like wink at it probably.
He smiles and he's happy to hide his hairline, and he puts the hat on. And as he bows, almost in conjunction with the hat landing, the platform shoots downwards. It just disappears and they're gone, and the platform returns. You're looking kind of light, Lord J. General Zed. And Jay looks. You need the king? He shakes her head. No. Johnny feels assaulted. Insulted, not assaulted, love. And she doesn't even ask if they're ready. Just these three general kings and lords disappear. This time it shoots into the wall. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down, shoots right back into the wall, and they just disappear. Mr. Farr. Good to go? He turns around to the other teachers. Right, so we're probably not going to get out of here, but we'll do our best. If we do get out of here, my brothers, I say we go to the Fairlands and retire. Something light, teachers. That's danger, train the next generation. Have a good time, what say you? Ah, that sounds good. It sounds real good, Mr. Farr. Retirement. I'm already getting old. Sure, to the Fairlands. Maybe Zion's hope? Or like that. Send us, mother. They get shot. Not like in the hood, like the platform disappears. Not like in the hood, no.
Ricky!
They disappear. Finally, they look down to the bottom left. Mother says to them, ordeal, law. They just look at her, silently nod. She sends them down. They don't say shit. She don't say shit. You know that that's a part of her phantom guard, and they disappear. Then they call out to, of course, any of you can conversate with her, but she calls out to the squad leader. OD, make sure your group's ready. If any of them want to stay behind with me, I know what the Elementar said, but I won't force anyone into the tunnels.
OD nods and then turns to each of them in turn. This is the Maw proper. If you had any reservations, no one will judge you for turning back. But once we're down there, we're all in there together. I'll exhaust every one of my capabilities in seeing that we survive and see this day through.
I mean, fuck's sake, did she have to bring us last? Why couldn't we have been first?
We were the last to arrive as well.
It's fucking finders keepers in here too.
Such is the law of the land, of taking.
Well, that just means that there's even less time to waste. As she just lightly taps on her cage, and the purple smoke starts to encircle her. Let's do this.
Taraji would take a deep breath. Let's go.
Mozart is just focused and fine with the anticipation of going down there. Nodi turns back to Mother Nature and Vern. We're all ready. Send us down.
Good luck.
Or up. Or sideways.
Yeah. Waves her hand over the light, and the moment that it is blocked even for a second, the flicker, which seems to be enough to send these platforms. Your platform shoots right towards her. It looks like you're going to cut her in half with how fast you're going, or at least bludgeon her to death. But when you shoot right past her, you disappear right before you hit her. And before you know it, all of you are standing dark room. Luckily, there's some natural lights. Behind you, the platform disappears to just an endless abyss of darkness, with laughter telling you to come back, believe, and that they'll put you back up top. Whether you trust his words are up to you. From here on forward, your dark vision, your sight, light spells, all that stuff you rely on that you believe in, I'm afraid none of that matters here no more. Just the candles, and just the environment, and just what you're gonna do next. In front of you, however, is a bridge. Thin, perhaps, it's hard to tell. Long, lengthy, maybe a drop in the middle, maybe it's broken. On the other side of the door, serpents, gargoyles, other creatures decorating it. Some torches in here.
You know, I heard they name floors.
Do they now?
Some of the notable ones. Do you think this one was called?
A start. Hopefully, to finish as well. But I do not anticipate that being the case. You said
So
this.
there's. Go ahead.
And you see this black snake had appeared from somewhere and is coiling around his shoulders like some sort of living scarf. It peeks at you with its white eyes and flicks its tongue out.
Not the strangest thing I've seen all day. Sildar's gonna test the bridge by putting a foot forward and kind of bouncing up and down on it, see what kind of stability we've got.
Even though it looks like it's just like a wooden bridge, it feels more like a roped bridge. Is it kind of, even before you jump, it kind of pushes down, maybe about a foot or two. You think the rest of your weight is going to be slouching a bit?
Watch your step.
Ain't no way, Shrek. I ain't going down that bridge.
It's so dark. I really hope this bridge is straight.
Do we not want to maybe light one of the candles first?
I mean, we've just got down here.
And we already need it.
Fuck's sake, fine.
Can I just perceive onto the flanks if I do detect any motion?
You make a perception check? Sure. Be mindful it's darkness, so you disadvantage.
I'll go ahead and
I'm not
light
sure.
mine.
I'm not sure why I propose this. I don't have particularly good perception, but let's see.
No.
8 at disadvantage.
Consider whenever you're perceiving into absolute darkness, you have disadvantage and -5 in your passive perceptions.
And as
Sildor starts to make his way onto the bridge. Lilith taps her cage as purple smoke just crawls its way over to Sildor and just like a small ball just like hovers around him, casting guidance, just in case he needs it.
And I will light my candle.
You light your candle. It's 10. It's good because if Hilda took another stab, oh boy.
Is it literally just nothing there?
I kid.
Oh, imagine.
But now you look behind you and you can see it looks like you're on somebody's tongue. There's just these bone spike teeth looking thing protruding from the walls and around the ramps that you're immediately on. Bridge extends to the other side. You have 30 minutes on that candle. That time has started.
No, Odie will quickly look at the coin of Gevadon. You realize they neglected it when they arrived. Do any of the symbols light up to represent the presence of a greater mountain or original sin?
Lilith will follow suit.
Yes, yours isn't, but I'd imagine you guys are all checking your tokens. Zabi Maru's lights up.
Oh,
Shit.
We should hurry.
I mean, yeah, duh, we should hurry. It's the mouths that feed.
We're also burning candlelight.
You know, I read a book once. There was a bunch of hobbits and a wizard that crossed the bridge. Then a demon rose up from the depths, and the wizard had to sacrifice themselves to slay the demon.
It is good that we do not have any wizards, so no one will have to sacrifice themselves.
I don't think that's the point.
We can only hope.
There's a snake door.
Make it to the other side. In front of the door, it's wrapped up and coiled. There's a snake as well in the pattern of it all, but it's still a solid surface. The lights begin to flicker. Something is coming. Behind you, look towards the door. Creature is present.
Oh no.
I did read this in a book. Holy, I wasn't fucking lying.
The
Are you
snake
sure he's not a wizard?
Open the door. Open the door.
Move.
flies off into the darkness.
Investigation on Odie.
Onto the door.
I will inspiration to reroll.
You can't see it, but you can hear it flying to your left. It's close.
I will flash of inspiration or flash of genius to bump it up to a 22.
At 22, you can see that there's a pattern on the door, riddle, and you wouldn't have got through it in time otherwise. But if you trail your finger through the travel of this small serpent, that door will open.
Without saying a word, he launches his mechanical finger forward, guiding it through the serpent path. You see AX on his shoulder, bobbing and weaving, her tiny snake head following his movements. As he lifts his last finger off the head of the snake, while finishing its movement as spark forms.
Okay. Door opens up. The Baelor lands and produces a flaming whip. You all run inside, or do we roll initiative?
GTFO.
So as you all kind of, well, I don't know. Sildur's here. Sildur, do you run inside too, or you're just gonna balls fight this thing? I know you talked a big talk.
I mean, he's here for a goal, and the goal isn't to fight a Baelor, even though that would be awesome.
Okay, so everyone, I just want to make sure because I need to know if everyone's going through. So you get into that door, and the whip just kind of hits the door, and you don't even hear anything on the other side. It's like the creature was never there. But you do descend to an immediate staircase, and that staircase takes you. And you guys, that was just the door to the mouth that feeds. Another doorway, I should say, a corridor. Now you are properly here. The floor seems to have symbols of the light rune and the shadow rune, riddled on the left and right of a massive extending hand some feet above it. It's shredding a small bit of light, but also we still have Taraji's candle, which I need to put on this map.
Curious. Yep, just immediately checking. Gonna be putting guidance on myself.
I mean, does this statue look like anybody recognizable?
It's hard to tell in the darkness, maybe when Taraji gets a bit closer. It doesn't have any physical features. But you can still give me a history check with disadvantage.
Oh, I'm history freak over here, guys.
You're not able to discern it. Again, it doesn't have any like defining characters either, even though it could be a creature that didn't have defining characteristics, I suppose. But this statue, it stands about 20 feet tall. You're gonna imagine from here on out, you're gonna have pretty tall ceilings since the creatures in here are pretty big usually. The runes on the floor, however, if you could speak celestial or abyssal, the light runes are written in celestial, shadows are written in abyssal.
I speak infernal.
Okay. Do we have any celestials? We have abyssal covered, so I can announce those.
Unfortunately not.
Not here.
Okay. So I will type out what is discerned, so you guys have a log of it in chat. You can
If
read
we
it.
think we might need it, I do have comprehend language. But I think in order for me to actually decode it, I would need to physically touch it, which is probably a bad idea.
I mean, you can, but also it says to physically touch it to be a minute per, so that candle's burning.
Yeah.
I mean, can we put the candle out like mid burn and
No.
save
Don't.
some of it?
No, we can't.
No, it says as
One
much.
out.
Once you let it burns out, or it just expires.
All or nothing.
Gotta go quick.
Okay, so I'll tell you the abyssal side.
Wait, actually, hold on. My background actually does have a language of choice.
But we're not gonna now hyper choose the one that we need.
Sure, I'll pick a day. I'm just around.
That is what it says. The two of you kind of read over it. I don't know if either of you speak up on it. The last, that is what you have.
Yep. And she would write down the words into her tome. Just regular quill.
And then up here, there's a gate, correct?
Yep, massive stone gate.
It seems locked or closed.
It doesn't have a door or anything. Maybe it rises, does run into the floor.
More things. Okay, I see.
I mean, is there a seam anywhere?
No, because it runs into the floor.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like a drop down, you know, like a massive gate. Suppose there's a seam that cuts into the ground, but not under it.
Well, it's nice that they say we should follow the rules and then not fucking list them anywhere.
Our best bet is try to interact with these things and hope we get the right answer. Or we could risk trying to use the time so I could actually translate the other side of it. No matter what, it'll take time.
I mean, I could probably lift this door. I'm pretty strong.
We're talking about potentially staying here to discern the light room.
So it's 1 minute per rune and a first level spell slot then, correct?
Yeah, if you ritual, it's another 10 minutes. I don't think we can afford that.
Yeah,
No.
because it's only 30 minutes total for the candles, so.
We want to use 4 minutes just to decipher them
If you can spare the spell slots.
easily.
Okay.
Okay, Lilith goes ahead and pulls out her cage as the smoke emanates once more. And as
Oh, it's one action.
she focuses her energy, the smoke seems to just turn to letters before her eyes and focuses into them.
It's 1 hour.
Yep. Let's see. And traces her fingers along each rune.
Okay, the first one says this. I'm going to give delivering them to you one at a time. This is spin, but also so that you guys can absorb each one. The number one rule of this floor, which by the way, just because we're on Zabimara, some of these original sins host a series of levels. That is an abstract when we say a floor. You can go ahead and say it out loud if you want, Lilith, as I post some. Make sure everybody understands and hears them.
Got it.
And as you're moving along and
Must
stuff.
not be harmed. I'll just same as you post. Two. The floors shift when you move, but are still when you don't. If it has light, it is nor good nor evil. And 4. The stairs you find first are always a trap.
But
Wait, does
these
that
were the
mean
stairs.
these stairs right here are a trap?
No, it would be these stairs here.
But we already walked on those stairs.
Hmm.
Oh, maybe it's because we came in backwards. We were supposed to go that way and see the Baylor.
Ah,
That was more a bridge than anything, I guess.
Yeah, but the stairs led to the bridge, you know, and the door.
It could be they may not apply until we walk past.
These seem to be rules for entering the level, which is to the north.
okay.
I mean,
Of course,
Silver
yeah.
doesn't know that.
Otherwise, you guys no. But I'm clarifying for the people who have primary intelligence, who would piece that together themselves. And yeah, these stairs would have set off if they were tracked. Yeah, they're up and down those stairs. Up, down.
The stairs themselves just like fold back into the wall and just a pitfall down.
Oh. Does the statue look like it can be manipulated anyway? Does it, like the past elements can be moved or turned or?
I mean, it just looks like it's reaching out towards the way you came. But while you're kind of looking at the statue, you can see that its eyes appear to shift, but it's hard to tell.
If it has light, it is nor good nor evil. Statue is not an ally, but it's not necessarily also an enemy.
The statue looks at you, finally moving and creaking its neck. And then it turns to the door.
I think he wants to leave.
Oh,
And it opens it. You see it just grab its hands into the floor, and the floor crumbles. And then you just see as the floor is crumbling and it's lifting the gate, the floor is already starting to repair itself. And he pulls it up. By the time the gate is lifted, the floor is fully healed.
And the gate forward is open now.
It is true.
He looks over to the statue. Thank you.
Gives a nod. How much time has been burned?
In about 15 minutes.
Got it.
Odie holds up a hand. There appears to be more light down here. Again, neither friend nor foe. But we don't
and
know
a
how.
set of evil stairs.
We don't know how they'll react otherwise, though. That could always change depending on our own actions. Any steps forward.
The creatures look at you. And the left one says, "Come here and have your future read." And the right one says, "But if you cannot see into the past of this place, you will fall." And then they both say, "Choose left or right."
Oh.
They're asking you to approach one of them, but not both. You must choose between the left Sphinx, which promises your future, perhaps your near future, or maybe it will just tell you that you'll die in this place. The right promises the past of this place, which may not be relevant to today. In any case, you've a choice now. Of course, you can ignore them entirely. As for the way you came in, I'm afraid there is no going backward.
Well, they do say that if you don't learn from the past, you're doomed to repeat it.
Pride comes before the fall. I will heed its words and its warning. My choice is for right as well.
Agreed. Every bit of knowledge that we have will better inform our decisions in the future.
To the right then.
You guys feel like for the first time, despite being in the mouth that feeds for the last 20 minutes or so, 15 since you lit the candle, 5 since you came up top, that this is the first real level that you're on. Everything up to now is just creatures hanging out by the doors of this place. Probably they themselves, to include the Baylor, afraid to enter. As you step forward of the creature, it waits to see Mozart's decision. Because until all have come, it will not answer. And as you fall in front of the creature, the Sphinx tells you, "I am the light of this level. I am soldier of the guardian of this particular realm. I'm here to tell you of the past and its many traps. In the center of this room, the floor is fake, destined to fall through into an abyss, and it will not reveal its truth until you are in its center. At which point in time, heavy wind falls, pushing those who can fly into its depths until they collide with the spikes. Do not underestimate the length of this thing. It encompasses most of the center. And then he shows you visions of other rune warriors coming in here, floor disappearing in a massive gust, shooting them down until they are just riddled with wounds. And then at the bottom of this, you see serpents, thousands of them, begin to eat on the flesh of the rune warriors. This is your vision of the past, but do not think that it cannot show you or alter your future. Do you have a question for me? I am an androsphinx. That is what my breed is called. I will answer you truthfully, but the truth may be that I do not wish to answer you at all. You think there's certain things he probably can't tell you, but he won't lie to you, but he'll just refrain from speaking on it.
I mean, I really want to ask how he keeps his hair so flowy.
Perhaps afterwards. With the rules of this place, the ones that we read on the runes, perhaps the Sphinx has some insight on how many floors they may apply to. But can anyone else think of something more pressing?
They said there was wardens or jailers on every floor. Maybe knowing who the jailer is or how many there are would help.
There are 12 jailers.
Oh,
The jailers
That's
are
it.
here to make sure the mouthers of this realm do not escape, but they will also attack any creature foreign to the mouth that feeds.
What? How powerful are they? What rank?
The outside world has assigned the mouthers ranks through 1 through 6. Individually, a jailer is a tier 2 mouther. Together, all 12 can rival 6. It is their task, after all, to make sure none escape from this place, which your fate will be the same should you cross them. They cannot be reasoned with. They cannot be spoken to.
I thought the jailers were non-hostile to rune warriors as long as they didn't attempt to leave the floor.
Creature doesn't say anything. It wasn't a question.
how many others dwell within? I forget which of the quests are we currently in.
We're in
domain, I mean?
Zabimarus.
How many mouthers currently dwell within Zabimaru's domain?
The mouthers of this floor include the jailers.
Yes.
There are 12 jailers, and there are 6 mouthers.
Wait, but if this is the past line, is this current information?
I am telling you what was seen in the past. I have not ventured beyond this level in many years. It is true.
Trust a lion historian.
It is true that this information may not be accurate, but I'm telling you what has occurred on this level.
Okay.
Odie opened up, and then Silder had one, and you had one, so 3.
Got it.
that is total. This candle's got 9 minutes left, but he seems to be more than willing.
Is. Oh,
Well, before you guys keep shouting out answers for the sake of the candle, maybe you guys should agree on what you ask next.
yeah, I was about to do that. I was going to ask, should we ask how to leave this particular room?
I think it might be important to check in with it. I agree with Mozart. Figuring out whether the hag has passed by this area is probably an important thing to keep mind of.
Sure. Mr. Sphinx, has there been a seven-headed hag through here in the past?
In the past, the hag, I have not seen her. You speak of the hag Hydra, as many have given her the name. I do not believe she's ever returned to the mouth that feeds in the recent past.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, but
What does he mean by this?
Alright, guys, bring it in. Let's get in a circle. Talk about this. I completely changed accents.
wait, could she have changed her relocation point when she's defeated? No, that can't be right.
What about that one lady from the past? Wasn't she trying to make a second mouth that feeds?
Are you referring to Evras? I've heard a couple stories, but nothing quite in detail.
I mean, I just heard she was trying to make another tower.
Do you think the hag went there?
I don't know, but I mean, it certainly would make sense. It's probably easier to get out of that one.
Most likely.
I do not trust this lion.
Remember the rules of this place. If it has light, it is nor good, no evil.
But it has outdated information, no?
But to say it's not returned to the mouth that feeds at all, it seems to have knowledge of the entire mouth, not just this room.
But maybe she will soon. What if she just appears right now?
That would be great, but do we truly have time to sit around and wait?
We should find a way to continue and verify this for ourselves. At the very least, we can avoid the center.
But I mean, this brings up huge things. Like, what are we doing down here if the Hydra isn't down here?
Either way, we cannot turn back the way we came. If we are to find an exit, we should secure the exit. Or we should press further in. Either way, the way leading forward or back isn't here.
All roads lead to Icarus.
I hope I could have helped. My answers on things that passed here recently. For the present, there is another Sphinx to the north who speaks of only that.
Thank you. We'll take your words into heed.
And as you guys walk around with the candle flickering, it was down to 1/4 its initial height. You're
Where's
in.
the drop off?
The drop off is about 10 feet.
Okay.
We should
Actually, that's not true.
skirt as closely to the side as possible.
It's-
You did say that the trap was much larger than we thought.
Yeah. It's 20 feet because there's 2 flights of stairs. Each flight is 10 feet on this floor.
Now, if all of us other than Mozart can take a jump, I can soften the landing.
If Mozart, yeah, you guys could probably do it. I don't know if you can see where you're jumping to. You might leave his range.
I mean, if he sits in the middle, like 10 feet down, then the 10 feet should reach 10 feet up and 10 feet down, right?
Yeah, but what if outside of that though is too far? It's not unlimited. It's a moment and a turn, so you're gonna fall eventually. You gotta quickly move through the well.
All of us just leap at once.
Sildor would take out his whip, his 15-foot whip, his blood weaving back into it. I can use my whip as a rope if we want to be too careful.
If we had more time, perhaps, but I can soften our landing. Do not worry.
Alright.
3,
We want to stick to as close to the sides as we can, Mozart.
2,
Lest we fall for the trap.
1. And on the signal, OD will leap forward and cast Featherfall.
Okay. You notice that when you cast your spell that you take 2 damage.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh.
How did you flinch?
It was strange. It's like I received some sort of feedback. I don't remember anything about this being in the rules, but perhaps it's a rule unwritten.
Perhaps it applies to the entirety of the mouth.
So you guys get over here, and as you feather fall down, you kind of use the combination of feather fall and Mozart's aura to spew you to the secondary platform to the north. And the moment you get there, you see that the Genosphinx says to you all, kind of when you land this immediate area, I speak of the present. Ask me a question. I want you guys ask me one question, and we're gonna end the session. So make it a good one. We're 15 minutes over.
Can we scale this, or do we have to go around?
No, you guys are able to get right on top, just using those moments with Mozart to leap through.
Fair.
Mozart and sea gravity. Moon jump.
Greetings, Sphinx of the present. We come here with one missive. Are the 7 sisters present on this floor?
7 sisters not present on this floor. They have not been present on any level until recently. We'll end the session there.
Recently.
Until recently.
Recent. That's for you guys to think on and to start questioning the present soon. But remember that ate up 2 more minutes, so that leaves you with a mere 5 in the minute round. 5 left on the Kindle. But as for the stream, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Thorn in the World. Everybody say goodbye to the stream, please.
Bye-bye,
Thanks for coming out.
stream.
Goodbye.
We survived another day.
Indeed, indeed.